Hey guys, Rock and Robo here with another Hero Colosseum battle. So we're jumping right into it, not giving me any time to tell you my team or the thoughts behind it, so I'll have to do that in game. So this, the next 3 battles after this was all recorded while I was in free time, so I'm recording this post match. So this was actually the 3rd or 4th match I had on the day, and you'll see at the end why I chose to go for this one first. I'm not sure if I'll put it in the title of the episode actually, but this was probably one of my favourite decks at the minute, relying on mostly defense, but the power of Vegito and the buffing power of Ultimate Gohan, with Rose Goku Black there. As a late game ultimate hitter now, I found this odd to start with. It was he runs a Jiren 1 skill set, so it was still strange. I was expecting to see the Whis, the Vados, and the Goku Super Saiyan Blue coming down, which is why I doubled up on the right side here to try and take out at least the Whis, because what you're seeing on the opponent's side of the field is practically what every deck looks like now. Every deck has a Whis, every deck has a Vados, a lot of decks have a Jiren in, most decks have Bardock in. It's the same thing every time, which is why we need a new set of figures as well, really, to balance out the new ones, especially Vados. I mean, something needs to come out other than Super Saiyan Vegeta model that we just got. But anyway, he outsped obviously because he has 1 skills on there, but and I wasn't surprised to see Super Saiyan 4 Goku go down, which was quite a blow because he's a big part of my team. But it paid for me not possibly running a more defensive set of figures out first, just to scope him out, maybe throw out the Vados first turn. But that was just a lesson learned, really. I was relieved to get the counter attack here and take out the Jiren, because you really don't want a Jiren with 1 skills sort of later in the game. You just don't want it, because if he's there and he ults, he is killing you. So, but I wasn't. Oh wait, Super Saiyan. Oh, Goku left with 9 health. My bad. I wasn't paying attention properly. I'm watching this on quite a small screen at the minute because I'm editing it, so I didn't see that he survived, so my bad. I'm actually a figure up, but I mean, considering he has 9 HP or 8 HP, that Goku's not exactly in the battle anymore, so swapped him out, brought in the Vados, and stuck Gohan behind Vegito just to really buff him up. I was expecting him to go like this, but I was expecting Goku to be in the middle, to be going in a straight line so that Goku's posing skill would give Vados and Whis more damage. But this way he's done it ensures in all likelihood that my Vegito would die, which wasn't great as well. I was going to win the speed tie, but a lot of people are running slow decks at the minute because I'm guessing, does he have the ability items, skills, whatever they're called? Yeah, the up seconds. That's why people are running slow decks at the minute. There is literally no point really in running a fast deck. You might as well run slow decks with massive defenses and just put the if you go second items on. Really is no point going for a damage team. The only major damage ones that can still get in are ones like, say, Super Saiyan Blue Vegito, the new Blue Vegeta. Beerus would still get a place, I reckon, just because if he can hit the Master, or anyone really, he's just ignoring their defense. But a lot of the other faster characters don't really have a purpose, for lack of a better way to put it. Like Future Gohan is one of my favourite figures, and I think it's a lot of people's favourite figures, but there's no point in running him now because he's faster and does damage, yes, but that's really not that necessary. The only time he's actually used for me is in decks where I put a very slow person as my ultimate user and I stick Gohan in there just to make sure I win the speed tie. Now, he used to be quite an integral part of most decks, but now he's just sort of there to fill it up, I suppose. And to be honest, I think there's better figures than him that can do the job of a speed figure anyway. So until a new set of figures come out and changes the meta a bit, I think we've got these same sorts of problems. But anyway, this turn I did lose my Vegito as I thought I would. I was a bit worried that I didn't take out the Vados, so I was really looking in a dodgy position at the minute, because obviously Goku can't come back out, so I'm forced to put Rose Goku Black down. Now this is a strategy I thought he was going to employ from the start, putting those three across like that. Now this didn't worry me. I knew my Vados would take another attack from Whis, and I knew that Rose Goku Black could take a hit from Vados without dying. Plus it would be buffing him up for when I inevitably got an ultimate. So I was actually slightly behind the Spirit Bomb, which is a bit worrying, but we outspeed again. I don't want to though, so I deliberately go for a low number. Unfortunately, so is he, because he wants to get his low character skills on, which is annoying, but you know, like I say, can't run speed decks. No point running a fast figure anymore. Run slow figures, put sort of up seconds on, because most people do that now, which is boring. I don't like running those decks. Like this deck, it's kind of a hybrid of that in a way, because there is defense in there, but with the Gohan and the Vegito, I'm adding quite a lot of damage in there. Whereas a lot of people, it's 4 tanks. 4 tanks and an Ultra Instinct Goku. That's every team now. And you can guarantee Whis, Vados and Bardock will be 3 of those tanks. And probably Piccolo as the 4th. Because that's the meta at the minute, and that's boring. Everyone plays that. Stop doing that, it's boring. There used to be such a variety in teams. But now it just feels just like the same thing every time. I think every game I play, I actually have a different deck. Like this is my only deck that I've got still saved. Like every other deck I've got, I've changed it out after about 5 games, because I like switching it up. Still trying to make a good deck that revolves around that Goku figure though. Got one sort of in my mind about using that and the Blue Vegeta. But it's not easy. With both Blue Vegetas not having particularly high health and not great defenses either, it doesn't make it easy to line them up, because I'd like to have the Blue Vegeta, Goku, and then somebody to the right of Goku, but like I say, unless you had a massive defense, I mean, you could put a Vados there, which would reduce the damage. Would it be enough? I don't know. Even if you put sort of the buffs to, if you go second on, I don't know if a Vegeta specifically would survive. Goku would be okay, because he's got tons of health, but Vegeta probably wouldn't. Right, so I set this up like this because I knew he'd be going for his ultimate. Not sure who with, but I knew that Goku, even though he has 9 HP, he'd be reducing damage of the ultimate. I'd have Vados reducing his damage by 30% as well. There was no way he was killing me this turn. And it would give a sort of stack of his opposing skill onto Goku Black, which was the main thing here. Getting him buffed up so that I could ultimate in return. Now, I didn't quite expect Gohan to do this amount of damage. He still did 7,800. When you think of the sort of amounts that I took off, that's got a lot of damage. But anyway, we had Goku Black finished off Gohan, and has now got quite a power buff because of taking that ultimate to the face, because he's a boss. And that's actually killed off his one remaining speedy figure, and because of that he only has 2 slow figures left, which I now easily outspeed because of Goku Black getting that hit. I stick down Gohan, not really caring which side. I just put it there in case he put Goku on the back row or something. But I had this in the bag here. I was pretty confident. I had my ultimate, and even if my ultimate didn't do the job, Gohan would go and finish it off. And there it is. I knew right here that I'd won, because even if Goku Black didn't finish him off, Gohan had a clear shot at the Master. And in about 15 seconds time, you're going to see why this video went up first and why I'm so upset with the conclusion. I won't spoil it for you. Did I actually get the Spirit Bomb this time? I think I got the Spirit Bomb, didn't I? Oh no, he did, and he threw it at me. Okay. I know one of us threw our Spirit Bomb. Not that it mattered at that point. But I massively outspeed him, so I get the 300. I've beat him, and it's GG. As I've got Gohan hitting him and Goku black ulting, and that's when he rage quits. So that's what I'm a bit upset about. But thank you all for watching. Stay tuned for more Hero Colosseum content.